People's Daily's sharp review of Dilraba. Every sentence is sharp, and while she doesn't emphasize acting, it touches the audience's heart. Dilraba sheds her ethereal charm and transforms into anti-trafficking policewoman Dang Yan, crawling through mud and slamming into interrogation rooms. Her authentic acting shreds the image of a vase. Sharp sword, Rose directly addresses the pain points of human trafficking, with heart-wrenching details like police officers working late to check surveillance footage and family members kneeling and weeping. Good actors and good stories never need to rely on trending searches to prove their worth. The recent People's Daily review of Sharp Sword, Rose has been trending on many people's WeChat moments. After reading it, everyone couldn't help but exclaim, "This isn't Pingju opera, it's clearly a poke at the age-old problems of the entertainment industry." In recent years, many celebrities have relied on their looks to fuel their popularity. What about their work? It's like an assembly line, with fragmented plots and awkward acting. The audience is already tired of it. Who would still pay for looks? But this drama is different. It doesn't boast about acting skills, but it directly addresses a perennial question: should actors take their acting seriously? The drama tells the story of a police officer fighting human trafficking, a story so heartbreakingly real. Dilraba isn't wearing a traditional costume this time, nor does she look ethereal. She plays Dang Yan, a policewoman investigating a human trafficking case. The abduction of a friend as a child has become a haunting experience for her. As an adult, she joined the anti-human trafficking squad, spending her days at the scene, interrogating suspects, and reviewing files. Her makeup has faded, her skin has become tanned, and her clothes are just ordinary police uniforms. She speaks crisply, walks with a swagger, and her eyes are full of energy. She's no longer the beautiful as a painting character she once was. To portray this police officer, she put in a lot of effort. Before joining the crew, she visited the police station, reviewed files, and went on missions with the officers. During the interrogation scenes, she repeatedly honed her tone, rehearsing each word several times. There was an arrest scene where she had to crawl through the mud, and she did it herself, without a body double. Covered in mud, her pants torn, she collapsed in exhaustion after filming. Director Legion praised her dedication, but didn't mention her acting skills. But his words were full of praise for her dedication. She wasn't trying to go viral or gain popularity, she truly wanted to bring the character to life. The audience's reactions were quite polarized. It finally landed. When I used to see her in period costume roles, I always thought she was just a vase. Now, standing in the interrogation room, her eyes steady, her tone firm, she truly looked like a police officer with years of criminal investigation experience. There's another scene that's unforgettable. She flipped through old photos and saw a picture of her friend being abducted. She didn't cry. Just her lips trembled as she whispered, "It's been 10 years." That moment was more poignant than crying. The subject matter of this drama is inherently heartbreaking. It's not just about the thrill of catching bad guys, but about the challenges of being a police officer. A young woman, newly graduated, is tricked into doing hard labor in the mountains. The police searched through hundreds of surveillance cameras frame by frame for clues, their eyes turning black. There's also the case of a missing baby. The family cried to their knees at the police station, clutching a photo of their child. The police, while comforting them, had to check hospital records and question neighbors. Even eating, they had to hold their bowls while reading the materials. None of this is made up. Many details can be found in real life. Watching it makes your palms sweat and your heart ache. After watching it, you'll think, I'll have to pay more attention to my children in the future and call the police immediately if I see anything suspicious. Compared to dramas that focus on romance, bickering, and melodrama, this kind of work that truly connects people to social issues is truly rare. It gives more victims' families a voice, giving them an outlet for their pain. Finally, someone is willing to listen to those silent tears. Isn't the purpose of literary and artistic works to touch cold hearts? Even a tiny bit of attention is a light. The People's Daily is right, the stories on screen are just the tip of the iceberg. But as long as people start paying attention, it's progress. Dilraba didn't rely on scandals, bought trending searches, or posted selfies this time. She relied on a single role to make many people remember Dang Yan. That's true influence. Some people in the industry these days always think that traffic equals everything. It doesn't matter if the script is bad or not, as long as it generates buzz. But Sword and Rose became a hit, not because she's a star, but because the story is real and the characters are moving. It shows that celebrities can actually speak through their work. What audiences truly want is never just a delicate appearance, but a character with warmth and weight. If there were more people like her who were willing to put their heart into acting, and fewer people who were simply looking to profit from it, then perhaps our film and television productions could truly become better. Finally, sometimes I feel we're too easily led astray by traffic. But a drama, a character, is truly memorable only when it's truly meaningful. Don't just focus on trending searches, look more at the hard work and authenticity behind it. When an actor is willing to dedicate themselves to a role, the audience will naturally see it. This world isn't lacking excitement, what's lacking is sincerity. And sincerity is often the most touching. 2. Diliraba The Sword and the Rose received a mere 6.9 rating, leaving fans dissatisfied and hoping Yang Mi won't drag it down with the creation of all things. The Sword and the Rose, starring Dilraba and Jin Shijia, received a score of 6.9, which fans felt was underwhelming and on the low side. Some fans also hoped Yang Mi wouldn't drag it down and affect the performance of the creation of all things. Online platforms have become the primary battleground for TV dramas, significantly impacting TV ratings. The leading local TV stations are struggling, and with poor ratings impacting revenue, their ability to produce new dramas has naturally been limited. Consequently, many stations have shifted to broadcasting original series or series that have already aired online, significantly reducing their popularity. CCTV, however, has regained some ground, introducing numerous high-quality hit dramas annually, featuring diverse themes, talented actors, and numerous popular stars. Recently, the latest dramas from two popular actresses, Dilraba and Yang Mi, have been airing one after another on CCTV. Diliraba's The Sword and the Rose just concluded, and Yang Mi's new drama, The Creation of All Things, is airing right after. It's a true match made in heaven, as both are attempting to transform themselves and earn recognition from CCTV and the industry. From themes to characters to casts, their performances have all seen significant improvements over their previous works. Yang Mi's The Creation of All Things has already aired several episodes, while online ratings for The Sword and the Rose have only just been released. Although some fans have criticized Dubin's ratings as unfair and lacking in objectivity, compared to other platforms with inflated ratings, this platform's scores are relatively reasonable and reliable, so most people still trust and accept them. When the drama Sword and Rose, starring Dilraba and Jin Shijia, first aired, it seemed quite popular, with enthusiastic fan reviews and high ratings on several platforms. However, its dubbing rating was only 6.9, a passing score, but it didn't break 7, making it far from exceptional. This fan was undoubtedly dissatisfied with Dilraba and Jin Shijia's fans, feeling their support wasn't sufficient, and he constantly complained about it on the platform. While he thought the plot was good and the actors' acting was solid, he was dissatisfied with the low ratings, believing they should be at least 8 points. However, most people believe that high online ratings don't necessarily mean a work is good, nor do low scores necessarily mean it's bad. In fact, reviews above 6 points are still quite good, at least passing. Moreover, this rating is quite common in the film and television industry these days, and it generally reflects audiences' opinions and evaluations of many dramas. From a fan's perspective, the story and acting are decent, but for many, the aesthetic fatigue has long since worn off. The Sword and the Rose's subject matter is already familiar, and the plot and character design aren't particularly innovative. Jin Shijia and Dilraba performances are generally adequate, without any mistakes, but they're not truly eye-catching and brilliant. So, I think this rating isn't too low, and it's quite reasonable. Honestly, this genre and this kind of performance aren't considered masterpieces in today's film and television landscape.